Welcome to today's episode of the MUT Market Minute. We're going to go ahead and take a look at some prices today. The market is doing exactly what we anticipated it to do. Some cards are down. Some have stayed the same, if not gone up slightly. Team of the week came out. We got some really good cards that came out, but there's not a lot of good packs in the store. Those Team of the Week packs are not great, and I think a lot of people are holding on to stuff, and it's causing some fluctuations in the market. We'll go ahead and take a look at those. I'm also going to show you a sneaky little filter that I like to use once in a while, strictly for higher overall cards. 80-45s might not be the one to use today, but definitely one to keep in mind coming up this weekend. I'm Buffalo K, aka the Accountant, and I'm going to show you how to make a ton of coins right now. First up, let's go ahead and take a look at these new Team of the Week players. We have Mr. Julio Jones coming on the block at just shy under $500,000. Pretty solid looking card. Everybody, well, I don't want to say everybody, but a lot of people are big fans of Julio Jones. Every year he comes out. Other people are not always impressed with him. But this card looks really solid. 88 catch in traffic, 88 spec catch, route runnings through the roof, 87 speed. People usually feel that his speed is disrespected. But 87 speed right now is still not too bad. I know you can power some guys up and get them up a lot faster than that. But 87 is still pretty solid for a receiver. We also have today another fan favorite year after year, Mr. Big Play Darius Slay. A solid cornerback coming in at also just shy of 500,000 coins. 89 speed, which is the same as powered up Jason Sehorn without sprinter on him. So stock, this card comes with 89 speed, 88 acceleration, 88 agility, 89 play rec, 91 zone. I kind of wish his man coverage, you can't see, it's behind my face. His man coverage is 85. I wish that was a little bit higher. But you throw a little bit of lockdown on him, get a couple chems on this guy, he's going to do just fine for you. That 91 zone is going to feel great. Maybe we'll start to see a little transition, and maybe we can start to play zone again in the near future. Not have to play man because it plays so well. Zone coverage, to me anyway, sometimes feels a lot more fun to play than man coverage. Darius Slay, always a good card. At 500,000 coins, I'm going to go ahead and say definitely hold off on that. If you look at the other guys from week one, I know Mosley had come out at about the same price, about 500,000 coins. And Lamar Jackson was crazy priced when he first came out. He's down to, we just saw him sold, just saw him sell for 400,000 coins. So that's a nice little drop off. So all you got to do is wait a week, right, guys? Just wait a week. These cards are going to drop off. Your limited for the week is Mr. Jamie Collins Sr. I'm not really feeling this card. 84 speed, 87 acceleration, almost no block shedding. So he's definitely not a guy to put in a coverage. He's much more, or sorry, not a guy to put in pass rush. He's much more of a coverage linebacker. But even those stats, I looked at him a little bit earlier. They're not great. 72 man, 80 zone. Okay for a linebacker. But a lot of you guys I know are still going to move safeties around and do other things than put linebackers where linebackers go. So Jamie Collins for 1,000,000 coins is definitely going to be a hard pass for me. And then last week's limited, Mr. Sammy Watkins, who was up over $1 million for a long time, is down to 860K. Remember, this card does go back into packs as a non-limited on Friday when Series 2 starts. So keep that in mind. If you have this card in your binder, it might be an idea to sell right now before he drops even more on Friday. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at our regular cards and see what's happening with the market. So we said this in yesterday's video. We took a look at our price guide, our price tracker, and what we expected to happen today are 80 to 83s to dip in price. Okay, Team of the Week comes out. People start buying some packs. Team of the Week packs are not that great. Not expected to really pull some high overall cards. You also have your Team of the Week solos that guaranteed a gold or better Team of the Week player. That's going to affect the market as well. So we're seeing an influx of 80 to 83 overall cards. So exactly what we expected to happen. Yesterday, these cards were selling about 14,000, maybe a little bit higher. Today, we're seeing 12.5, 13,000 coins, right on par with what we expected to see. 82, 83s, exact same thing. Yesterday at 22,000, today at 20,000. Maybe creeping up just a little bit higher. Definitely not a good day to sell these cards. But it might be a good idea to go ahead and snipe these cards. So I know that sounds weird. When prices go down, that's when you want to start trying to look to buy these cards because when they go down, that means there's an influx of the cards, right? So that means there's an influx of possibilities that people make a mistake and undercut somebody far too much, where you can turn and make a profit. So you can go ahead and buy these cards. If you buy them for under 18,000 today, you'll break even at 18,000. Under that, you'll start to make a profit, or you can hold them tomorrow until tomorrow and see what heavyweights come out and see if they possibly go up, which has happened in the past. We'll pull up the price guide in a minute and show you what we're talking about. Monday, prices were pretty high. Tuesday, they came down because of Team of the Week packs. Wednesday, they tend to go back up because people need a bit more training to open up those heavyweight packs. A lot of that is going to be dependent on the heavyweight cards themselves. We'll see, hopefully later on tonight, we'll get a sneak peek on Twitter and see what's coming out and see, kind of gauge where we think the market's going to go tomorrow. 84, 85s should stay relatively unchanged at 37,000 coins. That's right about where they were yesterday, 36 to 37,000. Creeping up actually to 38. Like I said, Team of the Week packs, these cards are not being pulled right now, so prices are going to creep up a little bit higher, and we expect to see that today. Not so much on Wednesday. We'll go ahead and take a look at the sheet and see what we expect these cards to do for the next couple days. And last are 86, 87s that we'd like to take a little peek in and see what's going on with. Sitting at 73,000 coins. That is up slightly from yesterday. Again, not a lot of these cards coming out of packs right now. No new heavyweights. Flashbacks came out yesterday. Nothing new today. So these guys are going to get a little stale. People aren't pulling these as much, so that's going to drive prices up. It's all about supply and demand. There's less supply coming in, so prices are going to go up. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our price tracker to see where prices are, where they have been, and where we expect them to go for the rest of the week. Okay, so like we talked about, 80 to 83s were expected to go down a little bit because of the packs being opened up and the availability of those cards coming out of packs. You see them down slightly today from what they were yesterday. Last week, you can see the exact same thing. 80 to 81s dropped from 13,000 down to 11,500, and 82 to 83s dropped from 20,000 all the way down to 16,500. On Wednesday, it went back up. Like I said, heavyweight packs come out. People need training to go ahead and open up these packs. So we expect these to go up slightly. This is not a huge, massive a rush or increase in prices, so don't go crazy. If you can snipe some cards and get some good deals tonight, and you're okay with waiting a day to maybe make an extra 1,000 coins off of them, by all means, go ahead. Not a bad idea. I would not hold them much longer for that, hoping for a bigger jump later on in the week. That won't happen. Normally, these cards you can see on Wednesday, that's going to be one of their higher days to sell. And then we see a drop off on Thursday again. And then Friday is Series 2, so I don't trust anything on Friday, and I'm going to be really cautious going into the weekend to see what's going to go where. I don't want to be holding extra cards heading into this weekend. 84 to 85s. Today, like we said, they're about the same, maybe up just a little bit. If we look back to last week, Monday and Tuesday, these guys stayed stale for a while. They went up slightly on Tuesday, stayed there Wednesday, Thursday, went up a little bit more. Then on Friday, jumped very unexpectedly. And I think that this week, if Series 2 wasn't coming out, I would expect the same thing to happen. I don't think so this week, though. I expect these cards to drop quite a bit on Friday, at least initially, right? It may not last all day, but I think initially we're going to see a drop off on these cards. It depends, though. If we get a good training pack, if there's new packs in the store at the start of Series 2 that require training, that's going to throw things out the window. Okay, prices could skyrocket for these lower elite cards. People trying to get as much training as they can to open up new packs. We'll just have to wait and see and kind of gauge it over the next couple of days. Friday morning is going to be clutch. I won't do a video right off the bat. I'll wait a little while and kind of let the market settle down and see what's going on, see what new sets are out, see where the market's going to adjust to. So I won't have a new video out probably until Friday afternoon, but I will be on Twitch in the morning, probably around noon. I'll jump on and we'll go start checking things out live and see what we can start doing and try to make some coins. So last thing I'm going to talk about today, I have people ask me all the time, what filters do I use? Normally, I just go quality and filter position by position, right? Or I go elite overall and filter team by team, sorting by newest and try to find the best cards that way. There's another way to do this. Do not forget about promos and different sets that come out regarding those players. So for right now, let's just take a look at 84, 85s. We can see them generally selling, like I said, for about 36, 37,000 coins. 85s, you're going to see substantially higher. Should be around 50,000. Here we see them at about 50,000. So you can go position by position on these, right? That's one of my favorite things to do, sort by newest. This way you make sure you catch those 85s too. You're not just looking at 84s. You'll find very rare that you'll find your 85s be cheaper than your 84s, but it does happen from time to time. So you can sit here, you can go position by position. You know, you're looking for these cards at about under 32,000 coins if you want to sell them today, which I would recommend. Not to hold 85s, you want to find for maybe 42 and less. If I'm going to grab those cards, because they are a bit more expensive, I like to get a bigger gap in price. So 42 would probably be the absolute highest I would buy an 85 at right now. But you can sit here and filter position by position, do this, and hopefully you'll find a card. Another way that you can do this is not by position. Go over to your programs. You can't see, it's behind my head, but pull up the programs. There are a handful of programs that have a good amount of players, right? So go down, just take a look at legends, right? So we're on newest. You can see that we're at 59 minutes here. So we are seeing the newest legend cards in this arena. If you don't like going position by position, you can just go take a look at just legends, right? And then take a look at your core elites. But you're going to see that some of these are going to be a little bit more full than others. So you're seeing 59 minutes here. These are fairly full. One way to go ahead and check to see the availability of cards you're seeing is go to time remaining and then sort by the longest. You'll see that we are seeing just in core elites every single card that's been posted that has at least 1 hour remaining on it, right? So if a card gets posted up for 1 hour, you're going to see that card absolutely posted. If a card gets posted up for 8 hours, you're not going to see that one. If you want to see that one, just go ahead and change this over to all offense and all defense. I don't really like doing that because I feel like it restricts it a little bit too much, but by all means, you 100% can. It adds an extra filter you can do. You can even go offense and defense and just jump back and forth, and you'll see if new cards come up. Core elites, there's not as many out there as there have been in the past, so you may not see as many cards pull up, but you can see here we are seeing a decent amount. Don't forget about your MUT superstar players. These guys still come out of packs fairly regularly, so I feel like definitely out of those legend packs, I feel like I get 80-45s superstar players out of those packs all the time. You also want to make sure that you go ahead and check your ultimate kickoff players. These ones have changed a little bit, so we're seeing new 85 players today. Guys got their power-ups today for these guys. Teams that have won, that are 2 in a row, now have 85 overall players on here. So you can sit here, go newest. These guys are valued very, very differently, so you kind of have to know these guys' prices a little bit more. Obviously, teams that are expected to win more are going to be a bit more expensive, but I wouldn't spend anything more than 100K on any of these guys right now. But we did notice one thing. So we're on 84 to 85s, right? So some teams didn't win one week, but they did win this past week. And now their players are 84s. Those guys did not get adjusted in the auction house right now. So if you go ahead and take a look, Darius Leonard, the Colts won. Darius Leonard's an 84. As you can see, we are in the 82 to 83 overall category, but we're seeing 84s in here. I don't think this really plays out to your advantage too much because people are still valuing these cards at about the same price regardless of their overall right now. Something to keep an eye on later on down the road. This could be something that could benefit us in the long run if these players don't jump to their correct overall and be in the right index. And one last thing that people bring up to me all the time are, should we stock up on certain players and hold them until they get a new card? And the answer is only if you can sell that card immediately upon announcement that he's getting a new card. If we go ahead, let's take a look at Julio Jones. Julio Jones just got a new player today, right? He's at 88,000 coins. He's been between 70 and 90,000 coins for the last probably 2 weeks. He's been lingering right around that same spot. When he was first announced, he jumped up to about 110,000 coins for about an hour, and then he was right back down to where he is now. Actually, I think he might have dropped a little bit lower with people trying to sell his card immediately. So I don't think it's a good idea to invest in these cards long term to try to capitalize on it. We have an 86 overall power-up pass, so this card, especially 86 and belows, I wouldn't waste my time with them. The power-up pass carries far too much weight and drastically reduces the number of people that need this card in that power-up set. So 86 and below right now, definitely not. I would not stock up on. The value is too much invested, where if he doesn't get a card for too long and that card goes down too far, just naturally it'll go down day by day. You're never going to recoup that price. Guys, that's all I have for today, September 17th. I am Buffalo K, aka The Accountant. Hopefully this video helped you out and you have a little bit better idea of how the market moves throughout the week. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of interesting things that happen on Friday. I can't wait for the first series. This is our first chance to see what kind of new stuff EA's cooking up. I'm really hoping for new sets, primarily legend sets, exchange sets. I'm hoping for new packs, especially training packs. I'm hoping we get something new that they can throw out there. Maybe something we haven't seen before, maybe something we haven't had in a few years. To bring something back, I think it would be a really nice addition to the game. If this video helped you out and you want me to keep doing these day by day and give you an idea of what to do with your cards and coins to make more, go ahead, hit that like button. Please subscribe to the channel and tell your friends that by watching these videos is the reason that you have more coins than they do.